Hey, it's your boy Sean.
Your girl Ayla here.
And we chilling, we keeping it real.
Chilling and keeping it real. This is a new show that we're going to start doing. Basically, we're just going to be giving different perspectives on different topics that may be relatable to you. Hopefully you guys enjoy.
So today's topic, we're going to be touching on support and what you think support is, and and its various meanings and definitions of what you may think support is, or vice versa. Hey, Lene, we're going to touch on that. So, what you know?
Well, support for me is people that are genuinely active in your life or your goal. Me personally, if I'm supporting someone, it usually involves me supporting them in the way that I know how or the way that I can. We have to realize that sometimes people's definitions of support may not be beneficial in our eyes.
Definitely.
For example, some people's support doesn't come with instant gratification. Some people supporting you is just genuine, like, okay, that's my friend. They don't have a large following or anything like that, but they genuinely support what I'm doing, so they're sharing or liking, or they've been rocking with you.
Yeah.
You know, and then you have support that comes from people who actually can assist you in your level of wherever you are with achieving your goals. And I like to be that too, if I can be. The thing is, we take support offensive sometimes because people can't show up for us in the way that we think they should, or the way that we would like them to.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense, because it's like that's our version and definition of what support might be in our mind, and that's what I'm saying. It's a very thin line as to what you consider support, because somebody be like, well, I supported you since you've been young. Like, really, did you? Like, but things you don't understand as a youngster, and then you finally get older, you like, oh, well, I guess they did kind of contribute somewhere. Or
some people can show up in the ways that we think they should, and that's just me speaking from my own personal experiences. It was a lot of times that, in reality, a lot of opportunities that I've had didn't come from people that I knew or people that I grew up with. A lot of it came from me meeting new people or me stepping out and doing something different.
Definitely.
So that's not to knock everybody, but at the same time, it's like you have to get to a point where you accept the fact that your support may or may not come from people you know.
Yeah, that's a big fact. And that's the craziest thing about it, because you be like, oh, this my peoples, or that's my friends, they gonna support me through whatever. And it don't always end up being that way, it's you're like, wow, the people that I thought was gonna support me the most and be 10 toes down when I was, jumping this off and making this make sense, they was gonna be on my team. And then you end up finding out that everybody against you. And I ain't gonna say everybody in that way, but what I mean is I
get what
you get what I'm saying though. Yeah. Like, they ain't on your team.
They know they want you to play. They want you to play whatever role they want you to play in their success, not necessarily contributing anything to yours. And that's where you just have to, be mindful and pay attention. And make sure that you're investing your time into prioritizing your time in the right way, so you are not taking too much or giving yourself away too much. Like, I had a problem with that. I was overextending myself and helping everybody do everything, and then when I needed help myself, or if it was time to support me, I got very little, if any.
Right.
And it does make you feel some type of way, and it kind of does create this feeling where you're like, dang, the people that I know, people that I fuck with, don't fuck with me like that. So it can give you that thought depending on what the situation is.
Right.
That's why you just got to keep your mind positive and fuck with yourself so much that even when people don't fuck with you, it don't matter. And that's what I've gotten to just from experience. Like, fuck with yourself so much that even if a motherfucker do try to throw you off or whatever, excuse my French, I don't know if we're supposed to be cussing on this, but
nah, we good.
If somebody trying to throw you off, whatever, you still got to put yourself in a position to where can't nobody alter what you got going on. You got to stop overextending yourself to things and people and places that don't support you for real, or that don't contribute to the level of success that you're trying to achieve. And it's okay. It's okay to still be friends with people that don't, go with whatever your travel, your plan is, your journey is,
your goals.
But you can still love them. You can still mess with them from a distance. You can still communicate.
You just can't rock this train.
Yeah, you got to ride the train, and you got to create healthy boundaries, not only for yourself but those around you too. Because you can't be so open to achieving other people's goals that you're investing more into them than you are yourself. Because then it leaves you drained.
And I think, and that's a great explanation on that. And that's going to go into our next part of it. Is like when it comes to learning how to move and who to mess with, because now we just figured out what support kind of looks like or what we think it may be. Like the people that we surround ourselves with, how do you determine if they're the right folks to move?
Okay, now that is
because a lot of people had that issue. You thinking you met somebody new, y'all were out in the same, you know, and
it ain't that.
It ain't that. You know
absolutely.
What I mean? So,
that comes with experience. It comes with trial and error. The reality of it is you're gonna run into people that are not for you at some point, but that's a part of the journey.
Facts.
You're gonna run into crowds of people that are not for you. I mean, look at the whole music industry right now, if we want to be technical. These are people that have been around each other.
Yeah, for many years, decades, you know.
They can't even say that they're really friends.
Facts.
But they know each other and they've been knowing each other, so they're all a part of something.
They done bumped heads in the same
Basically, they done bumped heads, they done been a part of the same stuff. And I mean, when it all falls down, there's certain positions that people play in certain things. So I'm going to just... You know, I ain't gonna make it about
sure you paying attention.
I'm just saying, like, you gotta create healthy boundaries for yourself and for those around you. And you gotta also just, like I said, don't sell out.
Yeah.
And when I say sell out,
That's key.
when I say sell out, I mean don't go against yourself or what's in you. Like, for real. Like, if you got a God-given talent, don't let nobody play with your talent or pay you cheap or try to offer you something
right.
They can't put a price tag on everything.
Facts.
It's some things that you can't put a price tag on.
Priceless.
So, and that's another thing we got to do too. We got to stop expecting things that we shouldn't expect.
Definitely.
And that, you know what I mean? On business endeavors, friendships,
and you know what?
all of
and
that.
That's real though, because this kind of happened with Lil Wayne with the Super Bowl thing, because he had high expectations based on his own self. That's real.
Who he was.
You know, you the shit, my nigga. You feel me? But in our minds, you know, sometimes we can put ourselves in situations that we think is for us. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's totally what that was. It was high expectations for a situation that he had. You know. And we do that to ourselves all the time as individuals. It's like, oh, we overachievers, some of us, you know, our minds might be overactive, or we thinking on the daily about new stuff. Creativity, daily. You know what I'm saying? And some people lack those things, or they lack those motives. But a person that has that naturally is automatically thinking they're putting themselves in situations in their minds and for real.
Yeah, they get.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, they're moving in that direction, you know what I'm saying? And then it's like, when you get there, it's like, oh, it's time for you to get your flowers into a sense, and then it's like, oh damn, that ain't what this is. No. And he's like, oh, I ain't got played type shit, or I played myself type shit.
Yeah,
you know?
And that's really what it is. It's about us having expectations that we shouldn't have.
Yeah, for real.
Like at the end of the day,
with people and everybody.
Yes, with people, like we have these expectations. Not only that, a lot of us just being human, what we do is we expect us out of people.
Facts.
And I learned that the hard way my entire life.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be all the way honest.
Yeah.
And I'm not no victim on no level.
That is so true.
But I was overly loyal and overly good to people that did not give me reasons to be that way. So we gotta stop being mad at ourselves for overextending ourselves, because if this person didn't show you to be solid 10 toes down or whatever, you got to create boundaries with yourself.
Correct.
It's not about being a mean and nasty person. It's about creating healthy boundaries so you can protect yourself. Because if you are that overextensive and you just overly extend, you're going to get taken advantage of, and you're going to put yourself in situations where you feel like you're being taken advantage of.
Right, and you ain't going to like it after a while.
You're not going to like it.
Because one thing I know about nice, kind people, man, you know, they cool until the cool ain't cool no more. You know what I'm saying? Like,
kind people, what people don't realize.
You know what I'm saying? You can be cool, and I can be cool or whatnot, but you know, once you done overextended yourself, you know, it's like your time done ran out. You know what I'm saying? And then if you think I'm gonna keep allowing you to overextend myself, like, no, that ain't how this go. You know, and you just gotta learn cutoffs and boundaries, like she said. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know how to prioritize yourself, because what we fail to forget sometimes as people is that we are not in the world alone, but we live alone. Which means we all are responsible for ourselves at the end of the day. So, you know, I can't live my life for the next person, so I can't overextend my cup to the next person and then leave me.
Especially when I'm pouring all of my juice out of my cup. Who's going to refill my cup?
Right.
And that's something that I had to learn. I had to learn that the hard way. I kept running into situations like, why is this happening to me again? Why do I keep doing this? Why do I keep getting in situations like this? And it's because you have a lack of of fucking boundaries. I had a lack of boundaries. I was allowing, too open. You can't be too open, it should get you killed.
Facts.
You can't be too giving, motherfucker, get you robbed.
Facts.
Get you know what I mean? Get you set up. It puts you in situations where if you're not around like-minded individuals or individuals that are genuine, you can run into a lot of trouble. So you have to create the boundaries for yourself first. Once you do that, even when people do try to maneuver or sabotage you or fuck your shit up, they can't do it.
We can't do it.
Because you already got the back end. You get what I'm saying?
Facts.
They can't fuck up something that they don't know about. And that's something that I learned too. That's my secret weapon. I used to be, I don't want to say loud or gloaty, but I used to have pride in what I did. So I would want to share my goals and I would want to share my blessings and my accomplishments, but the reality of it is a lot of people don't like that shit. A person that's not in they calling, a person that's not doing what they want to do with their life, or a person that don't like themselves will always have a problem with the person who is secure within themselves. I done been through a lot of things, and no matter what I've been through, I'm still secure within myself. Like, it ain't about what nobody else think. I don't care about what nobody else think. That ain't none of my fucking business unless it's getting me paid or it's providing for my fucking kids or my grandbaby type shit.
Right.
So, I mean, it still starts with us. We just gotta stop having these high expectations for motherfuckers that didn't give us any reason to have those high expectations for.
Facts.
You thinking, it's like the lottery. You go to the gas station, you spend your last $5 thinking you already hit the lottery. Oh yeah, I got my last $5 this motherfucker.
Good luck with that.
And then that doesn't happen. You see what I'm saying?
You set that.
You having a high expectation on some shit that you shouldn't even be having expectations on.
Yeah.
And that's just what it is.
And if you come into this situation with a mentality that you don't put too much expectation on anything or over prioritize anything, and if it do let you down, you don't feel too bad about it. The aftermath ain't too bad. Like,
no, it ain't, because you know yourself.
Cool.
You know yourself. Not only that, you have to realize what's for you is gonna be for you anyway. You can't look at other people's like. Well, that's another thing we do. Even as far as this whole conversation, like, we always look to other people for like gratification or validation.
Facts.
What is perfect?
There is no real.
What is normal?
There is no real definition.
I mean, what is it besides what a person's preferences are?
Perfection is all about expectations.
Yeah, your perfect ain't the same as mine.
That's right.
They, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, what you consider good or whatever, it could, like, people have different perspectives and different preferences and different outlooks. So we just gotta maneuver through all of that as well. You feel me?
It's a whole maze out here.
It is a maze. So the hard part is you're not gonna know. You're not gonna know who's who until they show you. Until you actually see for yourself or experience these things.
Hey, it's much like the y'all ever played that game when you was a kid called Guess Who?
Yes, Guess Who.
So Guess Who had like 25 characters. I believe when I was a child, it was about 25 characters. And then you didn't know until you played the game enough which characters were which based off the characteristics, right?
Absolutely.
So if you kind of look at what you just said like that, like you're gonna have this person pop up. You don't know them from Sarah, Joe, Susie. It don't matter whoever they are. But one by one, you start picking away at their characteristics. You start figuring out, oh, this is who you are. This is who you are.
Yeah, they gonna show you.
They gonna show you.
All you got to do is sit and be observant. All you really got to do is just sit and be observant, and people show you things on different levels.
And there's repetitive behavior out of different people from
cycles.
Yeah, like
patterns.
People. One thing I do know, characteristics can be in anyone. Like the same characteristics can inherit anybody.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like this person might be a manipulator, but over here this person might have the same characteristic as a manipulator. So you're gonna run into those same clashes of people all the time.
Yeah, I mean,
you're gonna be able to identify them.
Yeah, you go, especially with experience. Once you have the experience, you'll be able to identify who's who. And then not only that, some people will make it very obvious, and then others won't. You have to realize betrayal doesn't come from strangers most of the time. Most of the time, betrayal and hurt comes from people that you love.
Facts.
People that are close to you, not a stranger. Like at the end of the day, people hate from a distance or whatever, but at the end of the day, that ain't what affects you long term.
Yeah.
You don't give a fuck about that shit. It starts to bother you when you feel like you've overextended yourself for the right intentions and then didn't get what you felt you should have gotten out of that dude.
It's always different.
Because like, damn, I was solid, I was loyal, I was this, I was that, and motherfuckers shot shit on me.
Yeah.
So then you start to feel some type of way, and sometimes if we allow those type of feelings to take over us, it keeps us stuck. That's why you gotta be okay enough with yourself to be like, all right, yeah, motherfuckers played me, motherfuckers took from me, motherfuckers did that. Okay, guess what? I'ma still fucking keep fucking moving.
Yeah.
Even if I do gotta take a break, because some setbacks do be, you do gotta take a break from. Like, okay, damn, I had a major setback due to this or due to this situation.
It's life.
And that's just a part of it.
Yeah, shit ain't smooth. You know what I'm saying? Because we see that little line right there, and we think it's just like, wow, that's the success. That's the line.
Yeah.
We gonna have a whole lot of shit happen around.
What is success?
What is success?
What is success? Yeah. What is perfection? Right. What is normal?
These are things.
Whatever your expectations are.
These are things that we have been taught. What we should live a life. This is our lifestyle. This is what we consider success, is having a big old crib with the mansions, with the Lamborghini.
Hell, I think waking up this morning was successful for me.
I
woke up this morning. That is success.
It's conditioning. It's whatever you
gotta appreciate. You
show your whole life that these rappers on TV is success. Then that's what your version of success gonna be.
Yeah, but then when you see the situation,
you're gonna be a doctor. That's success.
Exactly.
Whatever you
It's whatever your passions are about, and it's and we are molded in our childhood, so it is influenced by our childhood and the things that we was exposed to, the people we knew, the things we did as children. I mean, it does mold us into the adult. That's why healing work is necessary. And I ain't trying to get out preachy, but healing work is necessary. And I am a holistic certified life coach. So if y'all need some holistic healing, come holler at your girl.
Yeah, she dope with it. You feel me? She be touching on some great topics, y'all. For real. Shit, like. It's very educational too. But it ain't educational to where it's like some boring shit.
It's actually real life.
It's like your life.
You're gonna be able to relate to it because most of the things that I do discuss, even the topics you come up with, like most of the things we discuss is I can speak on based on experience.
Facts.
Not trying to put my perspective on others because I'm a very open person. I'm very understanding of other people's perspectives. I'm very open like that. I can understand multiple perspectives, even if I don't participate in certain shit. I can see why this would be this way, or I'm able to see multiple angles.
Yeah.
So, I mean, just do the healing work at the end of the day, and just remember that support comes from different people in many different forms.
Yeah.
So remember, when people genuinely support you, they may not be able to show up for you in the way that actually is beneficial for you, but that does not mean that they don't genuinely fuck with you or genuinely care about what you're doing. And it goes the same way the other way. Like, just because somebody's pretending they fuck with you don't mean that they really fuck with you. You got to pay attention.
Yeah, you can't have your emotions too involved with this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially when it comes to like, if you're an artist, a musician, a business owner, you cannot be in your feelings about the amount of support you think you're supposed to receive from people that you love. Don't, because it's gonna put you in a box, and then you're gonna put yourself away from people that you really love, and it's a thin line. You don't want to go there. Business is never pleasure. So, you just gotta know how to distinguish the two. The people that love you genuinely will show up when it's time to show up. Even if it's at the finish line when your ass done made it, nigga. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? They gonna show up.
Yeah, I mean, they are gonna show up. It's gonna be people that I fucked with you, I believed in you from the beginning.
And that's facts.
And they may have, believed in you from the beginning.
Yeah.
Whatever. You just have to have those, like I said, you gotta create them boundaries, and you gotta just know who's who. You gotta know who's worth it and who the fuck ain't.
Facts.
That's basically what it is. Who's worth it and who the fuck ain't.
If
when you up, it's 40,000 motherfuckers around you and a bunch of people trying to get all in your energy, but then when you down, ain't no motherfucking body around and ain't nobody trying to reach out and ain't nobody, be smart.
Yeah,
that's showing you something for a reason.
And that's the industry in a nutshell, because it's all about handshakes, and then when them handshakes and them favors done ran out, then it's like, now
you motherfuckers getting exposed and
nobody
got no friends now.
That phone draw down, ain't it? It's like, what
niggas that got exposed and now ain't no now nigga crying in jail talking about they ain't got no friends. No offense, Diddy, but I'm just saying. That's the type of shit. You try to be friends with everybody. You try to be open with everybody. Everybody come to your parties. Everybody participate in your shit.
And look what happened. He sabotaged himself.
And look what the fuck
happened.
And I ain't gonna go there right now, but yeah, he did.
He did kind of,
because I already knew that. We all knew that.
Like, bro, come on now.
I ain't ready to try to get clout off that nigga because fuck him.
Yeah.
Sorry. No offense.
This
Sorry.
This ain't
my
about
bad, y'all.
You know what I'm saying?
This ain't about that. But the point I'm making is that's how you get poisoned. That's how you get set up for fucking failure. Thinking you on this high ass pedestal, you thinking you manipulating people. Oh yeah, everybody was there. You trying to use that shit, now your ass got exposed. But
you got stuck.
Just be smart. Be
stuck.
smart and have good intentions. It's really quite simple. We make it harder than what the fuck it is, even on any level. Like, we gotta know what game we in. Like, when you're in the streets, you gotta know what the fuck the streets consist of. You can't be in the streets and you from motherfucking Geist and ain't never known nothing about the streets, don't know no shit, niggas, don't know none of that.
Yeah, you
get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gotta know where the fuck you at and why you're there.
Yeah.
If you're in the streets, don't expect motherfucking royal treatment. Nigga, you're in the
Mm-hmm.
fucking gutter. It's shit that come with that.
What you think
if
gonna come out of that?
If you in the White House, it's shit that come with that. If you in the motherfucking whatever, you know what I mean?
It should have come with every situation you put yourself in.
At the haunted house, you're not gonna be praying. Or at church, at the haunted house, you're not gonna be having choir singing. No, motherfuckers, you there to haunt your motherfucking ass. So don't act like you go, oh yeah, God. You know what I mean? Know where the fuck you at. It's really about common sense.
Yeah.
Know where you at, and then if you don't know where you at, because it is situations where you don't know
you ain't gonna be aware what's going on, and you gotta freestyle your way through that shit.
Yeah, you gotta get there and then get through it.
Like,
so
man, okay,
just know where the fuck you at,
right.
nigga. Make sure you not. Make sure you, if you're in the desert, make sure you got water with you.
Facts.
Nigga.
Right?
Nigga, if you in the fucking ocean, make sure you got a life jacket and boats and whatever the fuck you need for that.
Oxygen tanks.
You know what I'm saying? Make sure you equipped for the shit. Nigga, don't walk in no shit and then you can't breathe.
Be equipped for your environment or your situation, whatever you may be. And sometimes you
ain't
gonna be equipped for some shit though, because it's gonna hit you by surprise. You're like, oh, I wasn't ready for this scenario. And you're gonna have to just freestyle your way through that shit.
And that's life too.
And that's life. And that's experience as well. So don't ever take your losses or whatever as failures, because if you look at it as a failure, then you just lost already.
Baby, losses is what create success. What do you think success really is? Success is the 1,000 I can't even say that. 1,000th time a scientist actually met the hypothesis.
Eureka! Yeah, I got it. Nigga.
Like, that's what that is.
Eventually, finally,
I got it.
This man started this shit when he was 22.
Quit, you don't know. When you quit, you don't know what's to come.
There's some old videos he started when he was a little kid and he older as hell. And he figured out that he passed the fuck out. Like, oh, I created the formula.
Yes, he got the whole formula 30 years later. Sometimes it's really like that.
Yeah, facts.
Shit, sometimes it's really like that.
Yeah.
So keep your eyes open. Keep your hearts open. And just, be a decent fucking person at the end of the day. Like, your form of success, and sometimes too, I want to say this too.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes when people have, like, okay, for example, lack of understanding amongst each other, sometimes people may not know how to genuinely support you. So they just don't, or they overlook you, or they just feel like, okay, there's nothing I can do to support for real. So they just don't. You get what I'm saying?
That's true.
We take it offensive. And sometimes, like I said, I've done it before too. We all human. We take it offensive, but at the same time, if a motherfucker don't have no knowledge in what you're doing, or don't know what's going on, or don't know how they can support you because you're being communicative, you can't expect something that you haven't shown them how to do. Maybe motherfucker don't know what you need.
I mean, it's true. I mean, yeah, closed mouth don't get fed.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, motherfucker don't know how to. If you don't know,
you gotta tell people what you need from them.
That's right.
Like, one thing I do know, and I've learned this when I was a young artist in the game. I used to think people were supposed to come out running with open hands and just supposed to support me like that. That ain't how this goes.
That would be nice.
That would be great, but that's when you already got a following. You gotta tell people what you need, man. You gotta be like, hey, I need my supporters, and if you ain't yet, then you need to be one. Y'all need to check me. I need y'all to go like this, man. I need y'all to go subscribe to this channel, man. We doing new stuff every day, all day, man. I need y'all to support this, man. You gotta tell people what you want.
That's right.
If you don't, they ain't gonna do nothing.
Don't know.
They
just like, okay, I'm gonna watch it. They posted something, I see them. I'm gonna watch. Okay, they might not even want. Tell them what you need. Tell them what you want. Tell them what you need.
Yeah.
And it'll be utilized properly. That's
definitely
open communication, knowing who to be around, knowing when to be around, knowing how to benefit others as well.
That's when that good team comes into play too, though.
You gotta have a fucking team.
You need a team, man. Like, it's like, if you don't have a team, I ain't gonna say you can't make it without a team, but it's a lot of stress. It's hard, bro. It's like, you gotta juggle all these different hats and shit. If you got a team, like a solid manager, if you a solid artist, you got a solid producer, bro, and a solid engineer, man, you got the dream team right there, bro. That's it. That's all you need. And if you a good writer, or if you don't have a good writer, at that, the 5 people right there,
and that's real speed.
You got the manager, you got the supervisor, you got the employee, you got the, it's hierarchy.
It's levels to this shit.
It's levels, and you got to stay in your level. You can't be over here trying to dip your nose in the supervisor's business. You're like, oh, what supervisor talking about?
Fired,
you about to get fired. Your ass ain't doing your job. And that's why these teams don't be working, right?
Yes, everybody has to have an understanding, and you also have to, like, I think a part of having a real dream team is having people that are able to do things without having to be told.
Facts.
And when I say that, I don't mean
they just fall in position because they naturally know what they're supposed to be doing.
It's like a natural thing.
Yeah,
like, okay, this is under my job description, but I'm also integrated enough to be like, okay, if this person's not around at this time, this is a great benefit, or this is a great opportunity for everybody, or for this person. Like you gotta know how to put yourself around people that you don't have to tell what to do, because those are the people that's gonna actually get you to places that you didn't even know.
And she's totally right about that. 100% agree. I agree.
Like for real, shit. I got a lot of opportunities from people. That's crazy. God's been so good. Like I've gotten opportunities through situations that was actually at first negative or traumatizing, and then you get opportunities from that same traumatic experience that you never even thought you would get. So you just gotta keep God in your life.
That's why they say count your blessings. That's really what that means, because the same thing that traumatized you then turned into your blessing.
Absolutely.
And that's just crazy. That's just
absolutely. That's what it's for.
Far-fetched.
As long as you can live through it, you can go ahead and be a testimony. That's what a testimony is. Go through the test, you get through the test. Now you have a testimony.
Facts.
Now you have a story to tell that is going to inspire or empower or enlighten somebody else, or even just give hope to somebody else that may be going through the same thing. What I'm noticing is a lot of us go through the same things and feel the same way, even if we don't express it openly. A lot of people are, relate to each other.
Definitely.
Because we experience the same type of experiences through life. So, I mean,
and that's just people in general, because people are behind smoking mirrors all day. You know what I'm saying? They all in public feel how they want to look at work, how they look on social media, how they look here, and then at the end of the day,
it's all about image.
It's all about the image, and you know what? Image sells. That's a problem. Everybody's selling images and they ain't selling truth.
Absolutely. That's why. That's the thing about truth, though.
Y'all selling avatars and shit.
The thing about the truth, though, the truth don't need no validation to be the truth.
Facts.
And it may seem like, it's taking a long time for the truth to come out. No, they put the truth right in front of us. Even the movies we watch, the way we're programmed in our own government. Like they put the truth, they tell us the truth without telling us that it's the truth.
Right. It's like playing on your mind.
It's like,
exactly I'm gonna tell you this is this, but I ain't gonna say it's true though. You're gonna have to figure it out.
It's no different than an eye.
Facts.
Playing in your face. Yeah, you playing in my face. You know what it is, but you gotta sit here. Oh yeah, it's just a joke though.
Yeah.
That's like a nigga always want to joan on you when everybody around, but you think y'all
your
cool.
Friends, like, oh, we cool,
but then you like, yeah, why don't you say some whole ass shit like that?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You gotta be like, damn nigga.
That has some shit behind it.
Yeah, nigga, you have some subliminal.
Yeah, I feel you.
Same shit.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. But these are open topic discussions. You know what I'm saying? And we like to hear y'all feedback. So what we gonna do is on the next video, when we're gonna drop some comments below, man. Just drop some comments.
Drop comments.
We want to hear some shit.
I want to hear what y'all got to say. Be respectful and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But we do want to hear y'all perspective. We want to hear everybody's perspective. We want to hear everybody's points of view, just on different things that we discuss. God bless.
Big facts.